Have you ever felt like there's more to life than this? More than doing what's expected of you? More than constantly second-guessing yourself? More than shrinking parts of who you are just to fit in? If so, you are in the right place, my love. Welcome to the Embodied Witch. My name is Sabine and I am your podcast host. This is the very first episode of the Embodied Witch. So I guess we should start with who or what is the Embodied Witch? So first of all, to me, the witch isn't the woman society taught us to fear. Yes, she's a healer. She's a truth teller. But also, she's the woman who trusts herself. The woman who refuses to abandon her intuition. The woman who remembers who she truly is. She trusts herself. She doesn't dim her light. She knows how to alchemize her challenges into pure gold. She's doing the work that's aligned. She's connected to her sensuality, and she's powerful. She is an archetype, an identity. The embodied witch is you, she's me, she's all of us if we choose to tap into the frequency of the embodied witch. This podcast is about reclaiming the word witch, and it's about bringing the sacred magic, the intuition, the power that we all have inside of us back into our body, to allow the wisdom, the intuition that we all carry speak through us in a way that's aligned, purposeful, and brings healing to the world, nature, and the collective. I started my healing journey more than a decade ago. I'm originally from Germany, where I even studied psychology, thinking I'm going to become a psychotherapist. From a very young age on, I always knew I wanted to be of service. I wanted to help others. And I guess it came from a deep longing to understand myself better. To understand, why did I feel so different? Why did I feel like I don't fit in, I don't belong? But growing up in Germany, for me, the entry point into this whole journey was through science, which I don't regret. But when I started my spiritual journey over a decade ago, a whole new world started to open up. I dove into yoga, into meditation, into breathwork, and I started to understand that my sensitivity, which felt like the biggest burden for my whole life, was actually a superpower. So in this podcast, we're going to talk about different topics that all bring us back into grounding our sacred magic into the body, into this lifetime, to help you feel alive, where you feel fully alive, bursting over with life, where you go after what you want, where you actually tapped into your magic, into your womb space, and live from a space of deep integrity. So if you always felt a calling that there's more to life, then yes, because there is. And life wants you to experience it all. The ups and downs, the beauty, the sorrow of being human. I do deeply believe that we are all souls having a human experience. So we choose for one reason or another to incarnate here in this lifetime. And being a witch nowadays, luckily, is a little bit safer than it was just even like 200, 300 years ago. And there's still a lot of fear and silencing and shame that we are carrying. But the times are changing. And that's also why it's time for the embodied witch, for you, for me, to speak up, to share our truth. Now, you should know I'm a witch. I'm also an energy healer and a soul guide. So we're going to talk about topics on this podcast such as embodiment, intuition, energy healing, spirit guides, past life, purpose, sensuality, feminine power, nervous system regulation, relationship, business. We're gonna dive into all the juicy stuff. Now, I want to start today with, the embodied witch is still something that is being channeled through me. So if I'm completely honest, recording this first episode feels very edgy for me. Because the witch one, the fear that we carry of speaking up, is still very much alive inside of me. But I also know it's the next step for my growth. Just before, I was actually lying on the couch downstairs in my living room with my dog. It was so cozy, so cuddly, and I was like, I could just hang out here, watch some TV, watch some Netflix, cuddle with you, and it would be beautiful. And there's nothing bad with that. But I also know there's a voice inside of me that wants to go out. And maybe there's also something inside of you that is recognizing that, yes, there is more to life than just spending your evenings watching Netflix. And nothing against it. I still do it, just not tonight. I got up. I'm here recording it. And maybe here you are listening to this. Maybe instead of watching Netflix, you're listening to this. Maybe you're going on a walk. Maybe you're getting ready for your day ahead, wherever you find yourself. The embodied witch is always an invitation to reconnect with you. So what I would love to do right now is just let's drop in. Maybe close your eyes if you can right now. You can also do this with your eyes open. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through the open mouth. Another deep breath in all the way down into the belly. And exhale, let it go. And one more time, deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I also do this usually in my workshops, in my classes. And the reason I do it is, yes, I do it for you, but I also do it for myself. So there's so much I want to talk about. And I feel like we covered what is the embodied witch. And I do know it's gonna evolve, unfold as we're gonna go into the next episode. So let's see what wants to come through. And I want to share something that really deeply touched me, and I think it's gonna give you a good idea of, what is kind of like the essence of the embodied witch in its grand picture. So last weekend, I was teaching Energy Healing 101. It's a 2-hour online immersion, and I love teaching it so much. And also the women who joined me, they were just like the most stunning women. They were like really diving into practices. They were taking away so much. They were finally understanding what was going on in their life. So a day after the workshop, I received the most beautiful message from one of the women who joined me. And I'm gonna read it to you. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but she said, because of the class, I realized certain blockages that I've been having, which I kind of already suspected, but didn't want to admit it. Thank you for not telling me, but letting my body herself show me what she needs. This class showed me that the answers are all within me, all within my body. The body is powerful, and that balance is key. Thank you for showing me how to embrace my sensitivity and how to fill my own energetic cup first. And what I love about this is that she realized how powerful the body is. So even though this class was about energy work, it is all about bringing it back into the body. Yes, we can use energy work to escape. We can go into different dimensions, and there's so much juicy stuff that we're going to cover in this podcast. But it's all about, in the essence, what the embodied witch is for you to realize the answers are within you. It's about stop outsourcing your power. Yes, she asked me questions, and I could have answered them. But isn't it so much more powerful if you actually turn to yourself? Your body is always there for you. So whenever there's a physical, mental, emotional disbalance, a dis-ease, it is not your body trying to punish you. It is trying actually to get your attention and to help you. And it's kind of like saying, hey, something is going on here. Something is out of alignment. We want your attention. Listen. Now, what we unfortunately often do is we take a painkiller. We're like, I don't have time. I don't want to listen to it. I just want it to go away. But I'm a holistic healer, so that's not the path we're going down. But actually, even if you want to suppress it, it's going to get louder and louder and louder and louder until one day you finally listen. And you can choose to listen sooner or later. It's totally up to you. But it's all happening for you. Life is for you because you are life. Life can't be against you because you are life. So this is all about for you to find your own answers. And maybe sometimes, even as she said here, it's like she kind of already suspected it, but she didn't want to admit it. And I get it. Like, it can be so hard to admit it. But deep inside of us, we often already know. But we haven't been taught to listen to our intuition. But the Embodied Witch is all here about to reconnect you to the wisdom that you already carry within you. And the last part that she shared in what I wrote before is, thank you for showing me how to embrace my sensitivity. And the Embodied Witch, she is powerful as fuck. Oh my God, she gonna kick your ass. And she also has the most caring heart. She's often the most sensitive in the room. And really learning to understand that your sensitivity is such a gift. It is a superpower if you learn how to work with it. Like, yes, as the Embodied Witch, we can feel, we see, we receive information, messages, but it can feel overwhelming. We can feel like we absorb everyone else's emotions, energy, and we just want to retreat. But actually, if you learn how to work with it, if you learn how to manage your energy without absorbing everything, this becomes a real superpower. Now, my love, I think I'm going to leave it at this. But if you want to find out how you actually perceive information, to learn to understand your sensitivity a little bit more, I do have a really fun quiz. You can find it on my website, and I also gonna link it below, sacredholistichealing.com/quiz. It's gonna ask you, I think, 7 questions. It takes usually less than 2 minutes. And it tells you your intuitive type and also the hidden healing strengths that's connected to your intuition. Because the way you work, how you receive information, energy, is actually a unique healing strength that you can discover. So if you're curious to find out more, go and take the quiz. It's really insightful, really fun. Everyone loves doing it. And if you enjoyed this episode, share it, subscribe it, leave a comment below. And I'm going to see you again next week.